Hi, this is Lori again, and this is number 3 of Lori and Belle's hoof problems. And I'm just giving a quick reference of my other 2 horses that I've been doing their feet for 3 years. The barefoot trim with the Mustang roll. This is a 3.5-year-old gelding. He is out of Belle, the quarter horse mare that is in the 2 previous videotapes that have all the foot problems. Okay, these are his front feet. He is a little toed out. My horseshoer 3 years ago, just before I stopped using him, kind of told me how to help them so they wouldn't toe out, so I was filing them that way, but they still ended up toeing out a little bit, but he's a nice horse. Sound, I have been training him. He's broke, green broke. I've had him out on about 5 trail rides. He's just a doll. I have not been riding him with boots. You know, on some rocky terrain, he's a little, you know, you could tell that he hits a rock, but I'm hoping I'll never have to put shoes on him and boots. We went riding in the mountains a few weekends ago up on lots of granite, like granite slabs, and then lots of crushed and tumbly granite and dirt and sandy dirt trails. And his sole was very flat, and when we got back from that ride, a lot of his sole on his hoof had broke off and broke away. And so I've heard things about them talking about a false sole, and because I haven't ridden them, any of them that much this year, they haven't had a lot of activity, and I know the more riding they get and the more activity they get, that it wears the stimulating of the hoof, it makes all that sole, the old sole, break off. So I'm wondering if that's the case, because now it's broke off and you'll be able to see it. We'll show it here. This is his left front. See, here's some of the old sole that was here. Again, he was trimmed a week ago. Again, he had had separation really bad over the winter. I think that's what they call separation in here. Here's his hoof walls. I put a roll on them. His frog. Again, he had a huge hole in here, huge hole this winter. And I trimmed it and opened it up. I tried to open up the V on all of them because there was just like this hole this deep down in. His frog, after I went riding up in the mountains 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you can see the difference in the level of this frog, but his frog came out to here. Well, last week when I trimmed him, this whole piece of frog was broke loose, like a big flap. So I cut it off right here. It's still attached from here back. And then here's this little, you know, like another layer of frog underneath here. I'm not sure what that's all about, but that happens quite often with my horses. They get these big frogs, they walk on them, they go over sideways, and I try and keep them trimmed so they don't get gunk underneath here, and then all of a sudden the whole thing just makes like this big flap, like a tongue of a shoe. And I end up cutting it off where it's new and still attached. And I'm not sure why that happens. And is that a bad frog problem? So I'm just doing this just to get a reference so you can see how all my other horses' feet look and can tell what maybe I am doing right or wrong. Okay, let's do his back foot real quick. Same side. Oh, and this one has some dried dirt and poop in it. See if we can get it out here. Again, he had lots of flaps on his frogs that I trimmed off, and like I said, I trimmed him a week ago. But here's his hind foot. All this was like almost level across here with sole. And then when I went riding up in the mountains on the rocks, all this broke off. And now this stayed. But all around here broke off. Nice big chunks, just came off easy as pie. A lot of it came off on its own. Some of it I just picked with a hoof and it popped right off. And so there's his hind foot. Okay, now we'll go ahead and I'll get, like I said, this one is related to the mare Belle. Now I'll put him up and I'll go get our Mustang. And it will be labeled Lori and Belle's hoof problems, number 4. Thank you.